this. The Sacramento Kings are the favorites to land Jonas Valanciunas, according to Bovada. The Kings are ahead of the Clippers slightly, the Hornets, the Jazz, the Bulls, who are all kind of bunched up, to land Valanciunas. Now, there's one more thing in here, which is the Kings are also favorites to landing Jarrett Allen of the Cleveland Cavaliers. He's 26 years old. He's got 2 years remaining on his 5-year, $100 million contract, along with the Thunder and the Pelicans. It sounds like they are interested in looking at Allen. I shouldn't say they're the favorites. I apologize. They're one of 3 teams named to be looking, which is quite interesting. Before we get to talking specifically about those players, the fact that the 2 first names they're broadly associated with are centers. So let's just look at some logic here. Number one, they could be full of garbage, and it's silly season. There you go. Obviously, it's a very short segment. If I say they're full of garbage, let's move on. And by the way, they may not be full of garbage. So we'll proceed the rest of the way by imagining that the Kings have legitimate interest in Jonas Valanciunas or Jarrett Allen. Jarrett Allen last year averaged 16.5 points, 10.5 boards, just under 3 assists, and a little over a block a game. He'll get you about 1.5 blocks a game, and he'll give you some really good defense. He's 26 years old. Kings fans are all too familiar with Jonas Valanciunas, whether it's the Chimezie Metu thing. You may remember him kind of undercutting him. Kind of. He did. Jonas Valanciunas last year, 12 points, 9 rebounds, a little under a block a game, 56% from the field. Not really a three-point shooter. They'll make about 80% of his free throws. So, they have a 5 in Domantas Sabonis. He's one of the best centers in the NBA, roundly considered to be top 3 or top 4 at worst. They don't have a ton of money, so a trade would have to be involved. And if it was, why would you spend that kind of capital on a position of strength? I can tell you this much, it wouldn't, although the Kings need a backup big, that never hurts. It wouldn't, you're not going out and getting Jarrett Allen or Jonas Valanciunas to come off the bench. They're going to make more money than that. They're too expensive to be bench players. There's only 2 possibilities if they're interested in these guys. There's only 2 possibilities. Number one, they're going to move Sabonis to the 4. I mean, I guess you could say you could put Valanciunas or Allen there, but no. Sabonis played the 4 in Indiana. Well, it didn't work out with Miles Turner. Well, it wasn't because of Miles Turner. There were a lot of other things that weren't working on Indiana other than Sabonis and Turner. There's only 2 possibilities. You're moving Sabonis to the 4. And I can't believe I'm saying this, and I do not believe this is true. Couldn't say it clearer. You're thinking about moving Sabonis. It's the only 2 possibilities.
Wow, you think the Kings are trading Sabonis?
I 100% do not think the Kings are trading Domantas Sabonis. But, and I don't want to be irresponsible and start a stupid rumor here. I don't believe that's the case. Also didn't think they were trading Tyrese Halliburton. I didn't think they were trading Tyrese Halliburton. I think everything's on the table for this team. Now, I do not think I would bet my house that Fox and Sabonis will be here next year. So my rankings of those rumors and the most likelihood are as follows. My realistic rankings. Number one, they're BS. That's the most likely. Yeah, they would happily bring either of those guys in if it was incredibly cheap, but they're not going to be incredibly cheap. Second, and not that far behind it being BS. Again, we're doing power rankings here. So I'd say second, barely second. They're exploring the idea of moving Domantas Sabonis to the 4. And number 3, way down the list. Like saying the A's are this far back at first place would be they're exploring the idea of moving Domantas Sabonis and going to check the market and see what they could get. Well, why would they do that, Dave? Well, I don't think they would. But I'll tell you this much. If they were going to look at that, I don't think the guy's value is going to be higher. He's an all-world top 3 center, top 4 center. He's locked into a deal. If they've, for some reason, decided that they've got to swing for the fences again, you're getting a lot back. And you're building around De'Aaron again. But I don't think it's almost not even worth a conversation. I mean, it really isn't worth a conversation. I also don't think that's the biggest position of need. I think bringing in Jonas Valanciunas to team up with Domantas Sabonis, I mean, nobody's going to get a rebound. The Kings are going to lead the league in rebounds. They're going to have the most brutally physical front line in the NBA. It's not going to be particularly close. No one will outmuscle the Kings when Sabonis and Valanciunas are on the block, but they're also kind of duplicative of each other. They do a lot of the same things and operate in a lot of the same areas, and you're not really helping your defense. Valanciunas is about as good a defender as Sabonis, maybe slightly less. They're big bodies that know how to use them, but they're not goalies. They're not shot blockers. They're not shot changers. Jarrett Allen would actually make a little bit more sense because he is a little bit more of a traditional center who can block and alter shots, just not at a Gobert level, obviously. Jeff, good morning. Welcome in at 1-800-920-1140.
Good morning, Dave. How we doing?
Good, brother. How are you?
Not bad. My comment is, why do we have to center on what position Sabonis plays? Because it's positionless. The offense won't change. It's just the fact that I've seen in Minnesota and Denver. The reality is we need a bigger front line. And so whatever means, the guy who becomes intriguing to me is Zach Edey. It's not the fact that we're going to get to the finals next year. But that guy has potential. When I was seeing him shoot three-pointers, what's to make of him into a stretch 3, and he would be the weak side defender whenever it's needed.
You put a 7'4" guy as a stretch 3?
Not stretch 3, stretch 4.
Oh, I thought you said stretch 3. Sorry.
No. The guy can defend. He can rebound. He's a lot more athletic than people think because he's had a good combine. And after seeing that the way he shoots a 3, it was effortless. It's just a matter of him getting used to playing position. But they need size. Sabonis is not the size. You see that front line from Minnesota and what they're doing? That's the new NBA. The old NBA, size, you cannot replace size.
Are we ready? Are we ready? Hey, Jeff, by the way, where are you from, Jeff? Oh, damn it. I thought he left. Sorry, Jeff. I was trying. That's got to be New York. A little bit of New York in him. I wouldn't get look. I can't sit here and comment on Zach Edey. We've seen it too many times with college guys that look great in college. And by the way, I'm not saying he's not going to be a good pro, but I think we should stick to the philosophy. Valanciunas, Edey, Jarrett Allen. The problem is that then you have a 4 to 5. And I know his point was Edey can hit the 3, but I don't think in the NBA Edey's going to be hanging out beyond the line too often. Maybe I'm wrong. But the other two, Valanciunas and Jarrett Allen, are not three-point shooters. You're going to have three guys. Again, it's not so much the position. I'm with you. Sabonis is more of a point guard than he is a center in some aspects, especially offensively. What I'm talking about is it's not about the position. It's about the ground they cover offensively and defensively. The part of the court they cover offensively and defensively duplicate themselves a little too much. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back,